Hi guys, today I'm excited to bring to you my cold sniff for Bring Back My Bar. Twice a year, Scentsy allows fans to vote back 20 to 25 fragrances. The next set of fragrances are 25 scents that will return from July 1st to 31st. So I like to do these a little bit early so you can start making your list, and I encourage you to watch as many YouTube videos as possible because everybody has different noses and perceptions. Now what I did was I went on my Instagram and I asked if people would prefer like a cold sniffs, kind of first impression, gut reaction type video, or did you kind of want me to sniff them out and kind of get an organized, well thought out video? Most people said for sniffs, actually everybody did. A few people said also do the warm review, and I thought to myself, well, I usually do. So that brings us up to point number 2. Part 2 of this series will be towards the end of July, a few days shy of the end of July. I will bring you my warm review. So what I do is I will go and warm all 25 scents. I usually warm them in at least 2 locations so I can get a good idea of what's going on. I take notes, how strong they are, all that kind of stuff, and I get back to you guys. That way, if you're an online customer, you can make informed purchasing decisions. At the end of the video, I'll talk about the different options for purchasing these bars. So let's get into it. We're not going to waste any time. The light is going, so I have limited time, and we're going to try to make this efficient and quick because, as you know, it's all about once they're warmed. So the first one we're going to do is Autumn Sunrise. This is a nice orange wax. The scent notes on this are tart pomegranate, raspberry, nutmeg, and spiced cinnamon stick. So along the fall line. Yes, I like this one. I've actually warmed one tester of this scent. Oh my gosh, it's really hard to get out. I've warmed one tester and I really enjoyed the tester, and I was hoping I would eventually get to try it in a full bar, and here we have it. Yeah, it almost has that, you combine all those things, and to me it has like a little bit of a tangerine vibe. So you're getting pomegranate and raspberries mixed together. That's kind of what I get. And the spices are not too heavy. It's just a nice warm balance. This would be good in most areas of your home. It seems somewhat soft, but I remember warming it in my mudroom, laundry room, and I thought it was really nice and inviting. I like that one quite a bit. The next one we have is Black Currant Bubbly. Now this one was a former scent of the month, I believe. I've actually tried 1 cube of this because one of my online customers, Marlene, she's from PEAR, she sent me a cube. What she did was I think she cut it in half and like pulverized it into little bits, put it in a couple of those little baggies and mailed it to me. She likes this scent a lot, and I only got to try the 1 cube, so I'm interested to warm the whole bar. So Black Currant Bubbly is described as basically champagne bubbles, black currant, sweet orange, and vanilla sugar. Yeah, and this is very sweet. And that tang, you get a bit of a tang. This is good. It's a little bit similar to something like Dazzling Pomegranate along that line, if you like that kind of scent. I don't smell as much of the bubbliness as I do in Dazzling Pomegranate. And I would say this is about a light to medium scent on cold sniff, but that's kind of what I'm getting. I'm excited to try this out. People seem to love this one. It's Black Currant Bubbly. Very fruity, a little bit effervescent, but not too heavy on the effervescence. And the next one I have is called Cambridge. And I've never smelled this, so it's going to be interesting here. It's described as sweet lemon, pine needle, and vetiver. Now vetiver is kind of along like a lemongrass kind of vibe. So we have that pine and kind of a lemongrass kind of vibe. So let's see. Okay, so this is definitely on the masculine side of things. You can definitely smell it stronger on the bottom. I get a lot of that lemongrass vetiver vibe. And the pine needle doesn't really smell like a tree. It combines with that to kind of give you more of a cologne twist. I believe this was also a scent of the month. This is probably a medium intensity, probably be really nice for a bedroom or a man cave. That is Cambridge. The next one we have is one of Orville's favorites. It's called Cherry Almond Pie, white wax, red packaging. Love the opposite. I have warmed this before, like a partial bar before. And I remember warming it. I wasn't crazy about it on cold sniff, but I really grew to love it on warm. It kind of grew on me. So the scent notes for this one are graham crackers, sweet almond, cream, and cherries. Yeah, and you definitely get that cherry. The almond and the cherry is very predominant when you smell it here. I don't get a lot of the graham crust. If my memory serves me correct, that came out more on warm. Yeah, this is one that, again, on cold sniff you might think nothing of it, and then definitely try warming it and see if you like it, because it does change. I warmed this before in my open concept area. I think it did fine from my it was quite a while ago. But yeah, that's cherry almond pie. Not at all like apple cherry strudel, so very different. The next one we have is Coffee Tree. Now this one is basically, it says bold and sophisticated, wake up to the rich aroma of freshly roasted coffee beans. So this would probably be an alternative to our current scent that's called Breakfast Blend. So we'll see. I don't have a bar of that to compare, but I can do that on my warm review. And I always like to smell the bottom of the bar. If you're wondering why I do that, I usually don't rub the bar. You can rub the bar to bring out the scent notes. I'm just gonna smell this one. Yeah, this one, I like this one better than Breakfast Blend. Yeah, the Breakfast Blend scent almost has like a sandalwood kind of backdrop to it. This one is more like coffee. Yeah, I like this one a lot. This would be great. You could add lots of different things to this. I'm sure there's even ones that you can add. You could add a vanilla to this. You could add sugar. You could add sugar cookie. You could add a peppermint. You could add butter pecan if you had that. You could warm it on its own. This is very versatile. That is Coffee Tree, and it smells fairly strong. And most coffee scents are strong, so we'll see how that one does. The next one we have is a kind of like a limeish yellow wax, and it is Cottage Garden. Now this one sounds very floral. It's described as white honeysuckle, morning glory, jasmine, lily of the valley, and rose. So lots of florals. Whoa, yes. But you know what? It's like sweet. Again, I can't get them out. So I'm going to just take this one out. Yeah, I feel like you get a lot of honeysuckle with this. Not too much rose, like definitely heavy on the honeysuckle. If you're a honeysuckle lover, then you want to pick this one up. It's definitely, some white florals can kind of be in your face. This is strong, but it's got a sweetness to it. Probably combined with all those different florals. This is definitely for the floral lover. It's about a medium intensity. That is Cottage Garden. Okay, so the next one is Cutie Pie Cupcake. And I'm sorry about the lighting here. Okay, this one is sweet clementine, yellow cake batter, and vanilla with sugary icing. Sounds delicious. So we're expecting like a bakery kind of vibe here. Oops. Yes, bakery meets clementine. That is so nice. It's pretty soft here, but a nice blend of the two. That's a really nice blend. Oh. Sometimes bakery can come across as overpowering in your face, so it's going to be really exciting to see how this one comes to life. I'm hoping it's going to be a good performer. That is really nice. I would say almost like 50-50, and the clementine doesn't seem too vibrant in here, because I think basically what's happening is that it's almost like you can smell that creamy icing. It's kind of like dampening the intensity of that clementine, and the cake batter too. Now let me just see if I can see when these were poured. This one was poured June 11th, so what are we today? June 21st. This is only 10 days old. So sometimes you have to factor that in. They say Scentsy wax doesn't need to cure, but in my experience, a little bit of time is always a benefit to the wax, and sometimes brings out the notes that are kind of quiet in the wax. So if you ever warm a scent and you're finding it's not very strong, troubleshoot it within your home or put it aside and let it sit for 2 or 3 months and then revisit it. I've often found that when I warmed, bring back my bars a few months later, they were definitely stronger than the first time I checked them out. So we're going to move on. The next one is Flirtatious. It's a pink wax, and it's described as green apple, grapefruit, and white amber. Now I have a bar of this in all packaging, and I haven't warmed it yet, but let me tell you, I really like this. And if you've watched my channel, you know I'm not big into amber, but white amber is a little bit different. I find there's dark amber and white amber. It's kind of like rum. I mean, this doesn't smell like alcohol, but you know how there's white rum and then there's dark rum, and they're very different from one another. So if you think you don't like all ambers, don't kind of write out any scent with amber. It's like a nice, almost like a perfumey grapefruit and apple together. That amber, it just kind of rounds it out, but it's not in your face. This would be really nice in a kitchen. This would be really nice in an entranceway. This would be really nice when you want a brightness in your house and to kind of cheer yourself up. Definitely fruity and fun. That is Flirtatious. It's a great name, actually. The next one we have is Give Me Passionflower. Now, I have warmed a bar of this myself. I've done it in Tester Tuesday. It's been a while for me, but it's this beautiful aqua teal colored wax, and the scent notes are passion fruit, mango, and wild hibiscus. Not biscuits, hibiscus. Now, this one here is strong from my memory, so let me see. Now, it doesn't smell too strong in here now. This one was poured, gosh, it's hard to see, June 6th. If you can, what you do is you hold this up and look at it this way at an angle, and sometimes you can see it. And once you see it once, you kind of know where to look. And I assume that's the pour date. I've never actually asked anybody, and I've never had it confirmed, but I mean, to me, that makes sense. But this one here, I remember it's like you can smell that passion fruit vibe from Camu Camu, and you can smell that mango vibe from Go Go Mango, and the hibiscus vibe. I think Ariel Under the Sea is what's got hibiscus. So if you like or love any of those scents, and you're kind of okay with the other notes, then I would definitely pick up Give Me Passionflower, because it's not just a floral, it's a fruity floral. So hibiscus is like a watery floral. And you can definitely smell it stronger on the bottom. It's definitely stronger. This, sometimes I remember warming this and it kind of blew me out of my bedroom here. I almost had to open the windows. So that's Give Me Passionflower. If you like strong, fruity florals, you want to give that one a try. Now remember, when you warm it, it usually will kind of, the fruity part will leave, and you'll eventually be left with more of a floral. But if that sounds like something that you would like and you like fairly strong scents, then give that one a try. The next one we have is Huckleberry Sage. It's a green wax with a purple front. And this one is ruby cranberries, sweet purple huckleberries, and silver sage. Now this one here, I warmed this early, probably fall, winter of 2017. I had a bar. It did give me trouble. It was probably one of those 3 Scentsy scents I really struggled with, like, can I get through this? So I'm hoping when I smell it now, I'm going to enjoy it more, because I don't know if you've ever noticed, your scents can kind of change and evolve and expand, kind of like your palate. When you're a kid, you like a few things. When you're an adult, you like a lot more. So I'm hoping I'm going to like this. If I don't, please don't be offended. Here we go. Okay, it's not bad, but for me, I get I think it's the silver sage. It gives it kind of like a high volatile tone to my nose. I can't get it out. I can smell that huckleberry. I don't really smell, I think the cranberry just kind of sneaks in there with the huckleberry. This could probably be a scent that you could warm anywhere in your home, to be honest. It's a fruity scent, but it's also got that sage. It gives it that tingly kind of in the air feeling, if you know what I'm talking about. It's probably about a medium, light to medium here today, but I'm not sure. This is probably fairly recently poured, and it hasn't been in my house that long, because if you watched my haul video, you'll know that I kind of like hailed down the UPS truck driver. Okay, this one I'm excited for. It's called Luxe Vanilla. This one has scent notes of, it says soft tones of musk, cyclamen, jasmine, and vanilla. I've heard great things about this, so I'm hoping I'm gonna love it. I think I love this one. I'm really excited to warm this one because it sounds like something I would like. Whoa, these bars are in here. I am not getting this one out. So it's like a little bit of a bright scent, but sweet. I can smell, like most times I find jasmine is kind of too strong for me. And this combined with those other notes, I don't really smell a lot of musk, I don't think. It just smells good. Cyclamen is all the rage this year, so it's kind of ironic this one's here. Yeah, this one is like a sweet floral. It doesn't scream musky. It's almost like a tiny bit of perfume in there, and that vanilla, it just kind of like makes it so it's nice and even toned, like a really nice blend. I always joke, I said it's like it makes everybody hold hands and get along. That's what vanilla does. Yeah, this is nice. It's like not too bright and in your face, but it's definitely Got a nice strong presence, and that is Luxe Vanilla. That is really, really nice. Looking forward to that one. The next one is new to me as well. It's Maui Mist. This one is rose, lilac, wood, musk, and vanilla, creamy vanilla. So again, we have a combination of some florals, some musk, and some vanilla. And this one does come out. Okay. Not loving this one as much as the last one. I can definitely smell musk in this one. I can smell a tiny bit of lilac. Definitely can smell musk with this one. So if you like musky kind of scents with a little bit of other things to kind of creep in there and give it variety, then definitely want to pick this one up. It's pretty light. Probably be really nice in a bedroom. Nice in a bathroom. I don't know if it would do okay in an open concept. It seems kind of light, but that's just me. The next one we have is Melon and Apple Granita. This is a peachy colored wax. I'd actually have a bar of this that I wanted to warm. I haven't warmed it yet. It's basically crisp apple, sweet melon, and sparkling citrus. Yeah, this is nice. I mean, it's got that citrus tone of like a sun-kissed citrus, but like bring it down like by about a third. I can definitely smell the melon. It smells like watermelon to me and maybe cantaloupe. I'm not really smelling a lot of apple, and I'm not sure why, because usually apple's kind of in your face. It's probably a green apple. It says crisp apple. I feel like it would be a green apple. Yeah, this would be really nice in a kitchen. It's about a medium intensity. Nice and fruity. A little bit of citrus with that. Very, very nice. The next one I have warmed through some. I actually gave some to my mother as well. It is My Only Sunshine. This one is described as golden tuberose, jasmine, sandalwood, vanilla, and glowing amber. So again, we have amber. We have a few. This is kind of a conceptual scent because no one really knows what sunshine smells like. It's a pretty yellow wax. But this is very, very nice. I can smell like a soft sandalwood vanilla. And it's not those other notes like the tuberose and the amber, they're not too heavy. This is really, really nice. I describe this as a light, company-friendly scent. You can put this in your home and it'll probably perk you up and put you in a good mood, but it's not going to blow you out of the house. You could almost warm it anywhere in your house. This is really nice. I think this one's going to do very well, and that is My Only Sunshine. The next one is Pink Tulips, and I am looking forward to sniffing this one because I've never smelled this one before. It basically says crisp apple, juicy raspberries, and a hint of night blooming jasmine. I'm losing my light. That is Pink Tulips. Oh, this reminds me of something. This reminds me of something. This is really nice. I feel like I've smelled something like this at Bath & Body Works recently, but I can't put my finger on what it is. I really, really like this one. It is basically, okay, so you've got like a slight fruitiness, and you've got like a tanginess, I think like a raspberry, berry type vibe. Oh my gosh. And then it's like that night blooming jasmine. It's kind of like that same night blooming jasmine that's in Amazon Rain, but it doesn't smell like Amazon Rain, but you can smell that jasmine note that's got in there. This is really nice. And I've smelled like some tulip scents that are very strong and in your face and terrible. And this is definitely not that. This is not heavy on the floral at all. But it smells like almost like the pink part of pink cotton meets, I'm not sure what it meets. It's just really nice. This is really nice. I am looking forward to that. I would say it's about a medium intensity, and that is Pink Tulips. One of my favorites, I think, but I am really enjoying a lot of these actually. The next one I have warmed a bath, and it's called Quiver. This one is basically vanilla flower, sandalwood, and night blooming tuberose. I feel like I'm getting the oils on my nose. Yeah, this one is strong. I remember when I warmed this, I thought to myself, my family is gonna like have to leave the house. Whoa, this one is strong. If you want a powerhouse, and this one is like, Your woman's coming and she's ready for you. She's got the big hairspray and she's got the big lips, fake eyelashes, and you can smell her a mile away. That is Quiver. Whoa. Very perfumey. I didn't hate it when I warmed it. I just thought it was really strong. And I think if you had outside warmers, you could probably set your outside with this one. That is Quiver. The next one we have is for all you root beer lovers. It is Root Beer Barrel. So this one is basically described as a frothy mug of root beer. I'm not huge into this kind of scent. I know there's many of you guys out there that don't love this scent. So I can't get it out, but I'm just going to smell it. Whoa! This is spicy root beer. This is like, it's not your average plain run-of-the-mill root beer. This is like, almost like your independent crafted root beer. Yeah. It's got a spice and a kick to it, guys. That is fairly strong on cold. Man, that's probably open concept worthy, I bet. That is Root Beer Barrel. The next one we have is Salted Caramel Cupcake. This one here is like a brown wax. I have warmed this before. I had a partial bar. I warmed it. I remember I wasn't thrilled with it. Then I warmed it in Tester Tuesday, and I will tell you what my daughter and I both picked up on here after I smell it. So let me read you the scent notes. It is basically golden caramel, cocoa, pink sea salt, and a buttery cupcake. Yeah, you can definitely smell like caramel and cocoa. And you can get, I don't get a lot of salt. I mean, a touch of salt. Pink sea salt is kind of a delicate salt. And then it kind of, you get that creamy kind of golden tone at the end. Now when I warmed this, my daughter came home and said, "Why are we warming Amber Hollow?" And I remember thinking, oh, I thought it smelled like Amber Hollow too. So I'm hoping it was just a funky tester and I might pick up different notes. So as always, I will warm through and let you know. And again, it's just my nose and my daughter's nose. Okay, this one was my one that I really pushed for, and I really wanted to get this one in. It is Simply Vanilla. So basically it says the pure fragrance of classically warm vanilla. Yeah, I think I like this better than like Vanilla Bean Buttercream. It's more kind of my vibe. Now let me tell you something. This is a nice fragrant vanilla. It is kind of not like you have like bakery added to it, but you can smell like that vanilla, that I don't want to say perfumey vanilla because it definitely isn't perfumey in the sense that it smells like a strong perfume, but it's like vanilla, almost like when you scrape off a vanilla bean and you get those little black seeds and you put it into your baked goods, but then you can smell something on your hand when you were touching the pod and touching, you know, everything. That smell, that's this. So not the baked good vanilla, but the actual vanilla. Beautiful vanilla. And this is nice and warm. Now what I did was I had a scent pack of this hanging in my closet. I put a coat on one day and I wore it to work, and I'm sitting there and my coworker says to me, he's like, "What's that smell?" He goes, "I smell something really good." And I'm thinking to myself, I smell something really good too, but I didn't know what it was. And then I realized I smelled like Simply Vanilla, and it smelled so nice. So for him to say that, that was really nice because he hates pretty much everything, scent-wise anyway. Okay, the next one is one that I've warmed a bar through before, and it is Spiced Grapefruit. This one is described as mandarin, bergamot, citrus, coriander, nutmeg, and allspice. Obviously, there is going to be grapefruit in here as well as those other notes. This one is strong, folks. If you like strong scents, this is one for you. This is kind of like if you took grapefruit and gave it like a mandarin and fall twist. If you're looking for a great transitional scent from, let's say, even like summer going into fall, because the citrus here with those fall spices, perfect. If you're looking for something after winter's over and spring is on its way, perfect. The grapefruit is not like really bitter. It's really, really nice with that mandarin. I think mandarin is such an underused fragrance note, but man, it's so good in here. If you like grapefruit even a little bit and you're okay with a little bit of spice, you can't smell like cinnamon or anything like that. You basically smell like those other spices. Like coriander is kind of like, almost like it's not really like pepper at all, but it's got a vibrancy, and I get a lot of that in here. And allspice has that like almost like that Jamaican jerk chicken. It doesn't smell like jerk chicken, but that's a very prominent jerk chicken spice. So if you know what that kind of smells like, although now you're going to think it smells like habanero. It doesn't smell like that. It's very, very nice. I'm going to move on because I could talk about this one all day. That is spiced grapefruit. Okay, we have 5 left to go. Let's go with spiced pear for all you pear lovers out there. This one is described as pear, plum cider, and rich vanilla. Yummy. I like this one. I've not warmed this one before. It smells like pear. The spices are soft. I'm not getting a ton of spices. I feel like you can smell a little bit of plum. This one doesn't smell very strong right now. I would say like a light to medium, but I think this is going to be really nice. Pear is just underrated. I don't know why they don't make more pear. Perhaps it doesn't sell very well. It smells good. The next one we have is tomato vine. This one is very controversial. I think it's like a love it or hate it scent. So it's basically, it says an essentially earthy summer scent, robust, ripe tomato vine. Whoa. This one is, whoa. This one is strong. This one is very strong. Okay. You can definitely smell the earthiness. You can smell like a backdrop of tomato. I feel like there's almost like basil in here as well. This one is very strong. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not digging this one. That is tomato vine. Okay, maybe I'm on the side of the people that don't care for that, but obviously I'm gonna warm it and give it a chance. Then we have watermelon patch. This is a pink wax, basically described as vine ripened watermelon. And I have warmed this before. It's like a candy watermelon. It doesn't smell super authentic to me, but I like it. And I wasn't huge into watermelon scents, but I do like this one. It's kind of just basic, like almost like those chewy watermelon candies without the sugar coating on the outside. Now I feel like all I can smell is tomato vine. Just let. I need to smell my skin to get rid of that smell. Okay. Yeah. If I remember correctly, this one is not super long lasting, but it was fairly strong. So that is watermelon patch for all you watermelon fans. Okay, this one here is my daughter's absolute favorite scent. So when I saw this one was coming back, I'm like, this one is definitely going to my Scentsy Club for her. And it is Wild Black Cherry. This one is basically black cherry, very similar to black cherry soda. Did I say it was wild? It's called Wild Black Cherry. Anyway, I don't know if I said that. This one here is very strong and long lasting. It really holds its own. Like, really holds its own. I put 2 cubes of this in her bedroom and it lasts for days. She loves it. Now that we have it back, she is going to be ecstatic. She's almost 14. That is her favorite. Strong. Very different than this. Very different from Cherry Almond Pie. This is very like deep, rich, intense cherry, and this is more of like an almondy, perfumey kind of cherry with those other notes in the almond cream. And we have Winter Candy Apple, which is a green wax. Tart green apples with a sweet candy accent. I have not smelled this one ever. Okay, you can definitely smell the green apple, and you can smell like it makes my salivary glands like tingle. It's got like a little tang to it. It's like that candy glaze. It's almost like, it's very sweet. These bars feel really greasy, which is kind of a good thing sometimes. Yeah, I would say it's about a medium intensity. And sometimes, like I said, with green apple, it's not as in your face as like a Mac apple or something like that. You know, I'm going to be interested to see how this one comes around. It's called Winter Candy Apple. So there you have it, all 25 cents, available starting July 1st up until the 31st. If you're going to buy some, make sure you do your bundle and save so you get the most value for your money. As always, if there's a bar in here that you cannot live without, then make sure you add it to your Scentsy Club. Thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I'm sorry it was so long. I will see you in the end of July. I hope you have a great day in your neck of the woods. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.